Welcome to Student Connections, our students connecting with our community.
As the weather is changing, bodybuilders are working extra hard to critique their bodies for the off-season. I can almost hear the weights being dominated in those gyms. Today we'll be talking to a very special guest who just so happens to conquer the weights each day. This special guest has been an excellent example to many aspiring bodybuilders. Her name is Natasha Simpson. Hi Natasha, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. So, how is your life going so far?
My life's going pretty good. It's pretty busy right now. I'm getting ready to shoot the movie tomorrow and this weekend actually. So it's pretty hectic, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
It sounds really, really hard.
It is, but like I tell everybody, it's a lifestyle, and just as your body gets stronger, so does your mind. So when I first started, it was much harder than what it is now. My mind had to accustom to the diets and the workouts and the whole entire way of living as a bodybuilder, because it's not just going to the gym and working out. I mean, that's a huge part of it, but it's also the diet that you eat on an everyday basis. You have to eat every 3 to 4 hours, sometimes every 2 hours like I am right now, but it's a great lifestyle, and I really enjoy the life that I live.
Well, that sounds very interesting. Thank you for sharing that. So how about we jump into our first question?
Okay.
So currently, what is your diet and exercise schedule like?
Right now, my diet is very restricted because I am doing the competition scene for the movie this coming weekend. So I'm actually doing what they call a peak week. So I'm on the 4th day right now of 0 carbs. I eat about 150 milligrams of protein, grams of protein a day. So about 1.5 grams per pound of body weight is what I usually do. Split that over 7 to 8 meals right now to keep the metabolic rate up. And higher fats. So I eat the macadamia nut butter, peanut butter, natural peanut butter, avocados, those types of things. So I'm keeping the carbohydrates very low so that I can use more of my body fat for energy right now and lean up a little bit. Towards the end of the week, I will change my diet a little bit, and I'll start carb loading, where I bring in the carbs to fill out the muscle bellies, so that when I step on stage, I don't have a lot of water on my body, and the muscles are very full as well. Training-wise, I'm at 6 to 7 days a week right now. I do 6 days of cardio, 40 minutes steady state, and I keep the heart rate at about 120 to 140, and then I lift weights 6 days a week as well. So I have a workout split where maybe some days I'll do, like right now I'm doing back and biceps, and then another day I do legs, and then another day I'll do triceps and chest. So it's all split up over the 6 days, and I do different body parts every single day.
What is your favorite part of your life?
The favorite part of my life, I mean, I have a lot of aspects of my life. I'm married. I have 3 boys. I'm the mother of 3 wonderful boys, ages 9, 10, and 13. So I would say that they are the best part of my life, raising my kids and letting them see a healthy, active lifestyle. But as far as my fitness lifestyle, the best thing I like about that is just the progress, seeing the changes in my body and how I'm able to change the way I look. So on off season, you build the body up. Then on season, you cut down the fat, and it's almost like revealing a package that you've created during the off season. So seeing the constant progress in my body and how much you can change and control the way that you look, I think that's the best part about it.
That sounds like a very fulfilling thing. So with all these crazy events happening in your everyday life, what is your normal day-to-day job?
I work at GNC, General Nutrition Center at Birchwood Wall in Fort Gratiot. And I also do fitness modeling about once a month, every 6 weeks. I'll travel to a different destination in the United States. I just got back from Las Vegas about 6 weeks ago, and I shot for a magazine out there. Maybe I'll shoot for a nutrition company or an online magazine. Whoever really wants to hire me, they'll fly me out to the destination and they'll pay me for my time, and I'll do the shoot. But then that's only every month or 6 weeks. So you also have to have an everyday job as well. I do have my certificate in training, but I don't have a whole lot of time to do a lot of personal training at the moment with myself competing and the kids and the family. It's very demanding, and when you train somebody, I think that it should be done correctly, and it's very time consuming when you're working with another person. It's a day-to-day basis. So for me to take on clients right now wouldn't really be feasible. So right now I'm working at GNC doing the modeling and prepping for my competition scene in the movie.
Speaking of which, since you compete in bodybuilding competitions, what competitions have you won?
The ones that I have won, I've competed about 8 times. In 2015, I won the Class B Michigan State Championships. That was my actual first win. I've qualified for nationals 4 times, and but as far as for qualifying for nationals, you have to be top 2 in your class. Winning the class brings you to the overall. So I won the class at the 2015 Michigan State Championships, and then earlier this year I competed at the Grand Rapids Championships, and I won my class, and I also took the overall. And June of next year, I will be competing for my pro card in Bikini and hoping that I get that. So.
It's very demanding. So how demanding are your workouts?
The workouts, because I do compete, when you compete, it's a very different lifestyle than just going to the gym to be fit, to live a healthy lifestyle. When you compete, when you step on stage, you're not necessarily in a state of health. You're super lean, your body fat is very, very low. You're not in the healthiest aspect when you step on stage. So anytime you actually are a competitive bodybuilder, it's an extreme. So just like when you step on stage, it's an extreme. When you go to the gym, it's an extreme. So when I go to the gyms, there's been times that when I do legs, I might throw up. I've gotten dizzy at the gym. It's about an hour and a half of lifting followed by about 40 minutes of cardio. So if you want the muscle to change, you have to push your body past the point of what it's used to. So if your body doesn't have a reason to change, it won't change. So every time you go into that gym, you have to be tearing down your muscle harder and harder and harder for the constant progression of the muscle to grow, become harder, and to get more lean if you're leaning up. So like I tell a lot of people, if you take a pencil and you tap a rock, nothing happens. If you take a sledgehammer and you hit a rock, it breaks. So when you're in the gym, you have to break down that muscle tissue in order for it to have a reason to repair and then therefore grow. So my workouts are very strenuous, decent amount of weights. I think I PR'd as far as a deadlift at 205 pounds, and I mean, I only weigh right now 120. So it was definitely way over my body weight. And I know that's not a huge number, but for my size, I'm very proud of that. Squats, I went up to 185, but I'm not a huge one on heavy squats because I'm in the bikini class, and in bikini, they don't want your legs really big. So you want a more of a streamlined, feminine look. So yeah, it's definitely some hard work in the gym.
I heard that you were filming a movie. So what is the movie called and what genre?
The movie that I'm going to be in, it's a horror film called Prepper's Grove. It's more of a local film, so it's not going to be in the box offices or anything like that. It's a smaller film, and this is actually my first time really breaking into the film industry. I have a scene in the bar scene that I'm going to be in, and we're actually shooting that tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we're going to be shooting the gym scene. And then on Sunday, it's going to be the competition scene where it's actually like a remake of an actual competition. So that's why I'm prepping right now for that stage scene. And like I said, this is just going to be a really good experience for me. I've never really experienced the movies before. So just seeing how the movies are done excites me.
So does it take up a lot of your schedule?
Oh yes, every single minute of every one of my days is scheduled. I get up at 5 a.m. I usually get cardio in before I get my kids up for school. Then I get my kids up for school, get them off to school, maybe have a coffee, and then I head to the gym. Then I do my training. After my training, I'll eat again, and I usually do about half of my meal prep for the day before I even leave for the gym. Then I'll go to work. I'll work my normal 3:30 to 9:30 job, get out of work, go home, do meal prepping for the next day again. Everything is scheduled. Every single day is scheduled in order to fit it in, especially with a family and children, because I mean, my kids do football, so I have to be the football mom. I'm going to the practices and picking them up and making the games as well as fitting in my workouts for the day. So not a lot of TV in my life, not a lot of extras. But for me, my fitness and my modeling, this is my time. This is my enjoyment time. So I don't have to make myself go to the gym. When I have some extra free time, I might hit the gym twice in a day just because that's where I like to be. I love going to the gym. It's my favorite part of my day. I don't mind the diet so much anymore. It used to be a lot harder for me, the diet was. But I've gotten used to that quite a bit. I actually enjoy the foods that I eat, lots and lots of chicken breast and white rice, brown rice, sweet potato, just very, very clean eating. So, definitely not starvation at all. Everyone's like, oh, you must not eat very much. They'll see how lean I am. I eat a lot of food. Every day I eat chicken breast, eggs, just egg whites, rice, brown rice, sweet potatoes, oatmeal. And I eat right now, even though I'm cutting, I'm on about 1,700 to 2,000 calories. And when I'm off season, I'm at about 4,000 to 4,500 calories a day.
So while it's here, could you explain what this is?
This is my competition bikini. So when you compete, you want to be very, very sparkly. You want to really stand out on stage. So this one I actually stoned myself. Those are real Swarovski crystals. This is the top. You can see it's very sparkly, very eye-catching. You want to really be able to catch the judge's eyes. Now, with that being said, it's also very skimpy because you have to see every aspect of your physique when you're on stage, whether it be your legs and your glutes. And bikini is really big on the legs and the glutes. So they want to see that that is all tight and toned and feminine. So you see that's the front and this is the back. So there's not a whole lot to it. So the first time I competed, I remember putting these on and I felt like I was practically naked stepping on stage. And I don't feel like that anymore because it's more of a fitness aspect. But I mean, you walking in front of a huge crowded audience and doing your posing, it took a little bit of getting used to. These heels took a little bit of getting used to as well. So when you're moving around on stage, the stage is sometimes very slippery. You're going on after the bodybuilders, so there's a little bit of sweat on the stage sometimes, oils. So you have to be really sure-footed. You have to be used to walking in your heels. So I do practice a lot in my heels. I wear them all the time. Because you want to move fluently. You want to have grace to you and a presence to you. You don't want to look nervous or uncomfortable in your suit or your heels. You have to have that presence when you step on stage that I am the best. So you definitely want to stand out. You want your hair to be, you're judged on your hair, you're judged on your tan. You get a spray tan when you step on stage, so you're very, very dark. So underneath the stage lights, all the definition of your muscles can show.
So it sounds like it's kind of like one of those beauty pageants, but with more judging on physique and muscle.
Yes, it is, and especially the way I pose is very beauty pageant-like. There's no flexing when I pose, like what the bodybuilders say do. So there's no front double biceps. It's more of an overall look and balance of your body. They want the shoulders to the waist to the hip ratio, so more of the hourglass shape is what you're gonna present and show off when you're up there in the bikini class. But yes, it is kind of like a beauty pageant, but much more demanding in my opinion. I mean, it's all demanding, but the level of body fat that you have to get down to compete, especially at the national level in the bodybuilding bikini competitions, is completely different than, say, like the Victoria's Secret or just the beauty pageants that you see going on.
Well, since you are an inspiration to many, many young aspiring bodybuilders, do you have any advice for them?
If they're actually looking into competing, just understand when you go into it that it is 24-hour a day, 7-day a week commitment. I've had a lot of girls come to me and think that they want to compete until they really realize how much of a dedication it is. So it's not just a 16-week contest prep where you're bringing down the body fat and revealing it. You have to start a year and a half out. You have to put on the muscle first on off season, lift heavier, eat a lot of food, and then cut the fat off of it, because if you cut the fat off of it, you don't have a physique to show. So it is a process. And a lot of girls and guys, they don't realize what a commitment that is with diet. So you can eat everything that you want. It's different than just saying, oh, I want to get fit and look good at the gym or look good at the beach. It's a whole different level, and when you do step on stage, it's not necessarily the healthiest state that your body's going to be in, because when you choose to compete, you're choosing to do an extreme. When you compete, it is an extreme. So you're pushing your body past what it's normally capable of doing, but you're doing it voluntarily. And it's a very rewarding sport, seeing your body develop and seeing your body progress and change, but it also is very demanding on the body. It's demanding on the mind as well. So for 16 weeks being restricted for your diet, that can get very demanding on your mind. So I do have cheat days here and there as well. So I don't just never have a cheat day. I do have cheat days. But that would be my biggest bit of advice if you're looking into actually competing or going into bodybuilding or anything to that aspect, that just understand what a commitment it is and how far you're actually going to have to bring your body down to step on stage and to do it correctly. But if you ever want to do it, I would highly recommend you try it once, because it is an experience like you'll never have. It's rewarding. It gives you a very large sense of confidence. I wasn't always the most popular kid in high school. I had a hearing aid. I had braces. You know, I didn't wear makeup or anything like that. I was more into my animals and the farm stuff at home. So I didn't always have a lot of confidence. I only had maybe 1 or 2 friends in school. I wasn't the popular person. So when I got into the bodybuilding and competing, it really did increase my confidence. It actually did help my self-esteem. It let me see that I can control how I look. I can control how my body looks. And that's one thing that I really want to show to the world, and I want to show especially to other women, is that you are in complete control of your body. Whether you've had kids, I've had 3 kids. I've had a C-section. I had an umbilical hernia I had to have fixed. I had the diastellus recti, where your stomach muscles are separated from having my baby so close. And this was all before I ever got into competing or bodybuilding or fitness modeling. So being able to show that to women, that this is what you are capable of doing, whether you're just starting out, whether you've never stepped in the gym before, that you're able to change your body, even if you're never looking to step on stage. The ability to change the way that your body is shaped is there. And it's just how much you want to work. Yeah, there's going to be some sacrifices. So yes, you'll have to go to the gym. You don't have to go 6 or 7 days a week like if you're going to compete, but it is there. And there's a lot of people I've ran into, they don't realize that they're really capable of doing that. They don't realize that. They say, oh, well, I've had kids, my metabolism's different, or, you know, I'm too old. I compete with women that are 65 years old. There's special classes, there's masters and grandmasters, and these women look phenomenal. And it's just, the first and foremost, it's in your mind. You have to believe that you can do it. As long as you believe you can do it, you can do anything you want. You can shape your body however you want. You can be as lean as you want, and it's just controlling the diet and doing the workouts to go along with it and sticking with it. That's the biggest thing, is having patience. And it's not a 30-day squat challenge, or it's not a 60-day get fit quick scheme like you see these days are huge. It's a big fad right now. It's going to take time and commitment, and it's not just a diet, it's a lifestyle. And if you're willing to make that your lifestyle, have the patience to put the muscle on and change your physique, the sky's the limit. You can change your body and you can shape it however you want. You want bigger legs and a bigger butt, you can make a bigger legs and a bigger butt. You want the hourglass figure, all you do is bring out the shoulders and the lats, and it makes the waist look smaller. So you're in 100% control of how you look.
With all of these amazing accomplishments, a lot of planning must go into your schedule. So how do you manage all of these events in a week?
Well, at the beginning of the week, I will usually set my week up. So I'll get all the food I'll need for the week, all the chicken breast I'll need, all the jasmine rice I'll need, the greens that I'll need, and I have it there ready to be made. So having the convenience of it. So like I tell everybody, it's proper preparation prevents poor performance. So you have to prepare for success. So you have to set it up ahead of time. So I don't just wake up in the morning and play it by ear. The beginning of the week, I'll say, what do I have this week? Okay, Monday I'm going to do, chest and arms. Tuesday I'm going to do legs. Wednesday I'm going to do this. Thursday is going to be my off day because maybe I have something going with my children that I have to be at a school function. So everything's set up so that I just have to go through the motions during the week. So I have the whole entire schedule set up, right down from diets to the workouts to what time I'm going to do cardio on my workouts to get them in for the day. When am I going to do posing practice? And that all works around my normal work schedule as well because I work at GNC. So just having that all set up for the week is crucial. Because when you're busy like what I am, knowing what you're going to do that day when you wake up is going to make your life a heck of a lot easier in the long run.
You can look Natasha up online to learn more information about her nutritional and fitness opinions for more help. For Student Connections, I am your host, Alana Johnston for Channel M6, your hometown station.